land did a lot of really interesting stuff where they look for like digital breadcrumbs basically to infer like what people are doing in the real world. And like cell phones are so ripe with that because they're leaving all sorts of amazing like digital exhaust that you can infer really interesting stuff about. So it's like data mining, but not only data mining, certainly talking about like understanding.
Let me do a quick interview with you.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, you are who?
I'm Renee Pinnell, CEO of Hurricane Party.
And why don't you sit down here?
You want me to look into the lens or look at you?
Sit down over there.
Okay.
And what?
No, you're fine.
What is Hurricane?
Hurricane Party is a mobile application that helps friends find and create spontaneous get-togethers.
Okay. And I noticed you had like Category 5 and Category 3. Tell us what that means.
So we use the metaphor of a hurricane for a party because there's a whole lot of similarities. For a hurricane, you have to have just the right elements come together in the right time. You've got to have hot air and cold air. They have to combine in just the right way, and then you get a hurricane.
Right.
The party is really similar. You've got to have the right people, the right music, the right alcohol, the right atmosphere, and they all have to combine in this magical way, and then you've got a great party. So we extended that metaphor because obviously, there's more intimate, smaller parties, and there's larger, crazy, freewheeling parties, sort of like what we got going here. So we've got Category 1 to 5.
And tell us where you are and what you're doing here and what happened today and what you learned. 4 questions all rolled into one there.
We are at the culmination of the Capital Factory 2010 program. It was a summer program where we had 20 mentors help us develop our idea into a viable business. And today we got to pitch in front of a room full of investors at an event called Demo Day. And this is the after party for said event.
And how much loot did you get today?
How much loot?
How much loot did you bring home?
So far, loot-wise, we've got a pocket full of business cards, which will magically materialize into dollar bills.
Okay. And what did you learn mostly today?
Well, we've got a lot of really good feedback from a lot of people. Most of it's been positive. It seems like most folks get Hurricane Party, and most folks like Hurricane Party. But we've also got some constructive criticism. Mainly, we want to see Hurricane Party on more platforms. Having it just on the iPhone and just iOS 4 is obviously a limiter, and we want to make it available on all iPhones and all iPod touches and all iPads, as well as other platforms like Android.
How many features does it have?
10.
Huh?
10.
10 features. Can you rattle those off?
I have no idea. I pulled that number out of thin air. The basic feature is that it allows you to find out where your friends are partying, and it allows you to create a party and let your friends know where that party's happening.
Yeah. Okay, and what other features are there?
Once you're at a party, you can send out chats to everybody at that party. Like, for instance, if we wanted to send out a chat to everybody asking them where we should move the party to afterwards.
Okay.
We can have a group discussion about it. We can eventually, this isn't built in the app now, eventually be able to take photos and videos at the party.
Yeah.
And share those both with the people that are at the party, but as well as friends that are thinking about maybe coming to the party.
Okay.
So it's like a media stream that's being generated in real time at the party, so that if you're at home thinking about getting off the couch, you'll be able to make a more informed decision about if this is a party you really want to come to.
Now, what about people who have kids and they don't go to parties anymore? How do you deal with them?
Well, we think that
is there any use for this for that demographic?
Think about how people use Facebook. If somebody friends you, you haven't heard from them in 10 years.
Right.
The first thing you do is you look through all their photos. You get a sense of what they're up to. So we think people will use Hurricane Party to not only find and create parties, but also just to keep tabs on what their friends are doing. to go through the photos and the videos and the chats from parties past, so you really get a sense of what your friends are doing.
What happened? You guys didn't win today. What happened? How do you feel about not winning?
Oh, we feel fine. Rosalind totally deserved it. She's a sweetheart and a cutie pie.
Okay, you don't feel bitter or anything?
No. It was a deserving win.
Okay, good. And are you going to go to a lot more of these kinds of events? Do you think they're worthwhile?
Yeah, as many events that people invite us to, we will go and honk our wares.
And how do you get started on your app? You just go to the iTunes store and download it? Is it just on the iTunes platform?
We have two platforms right now. We have a website, hurricaneparty.com, and if you go there, you can see all of the parties that are open to the public.
Right.
The other platform is obviously for the iPhone, and to get that, you have to go to the App Store.
Right.
And search for Hurricane Party, and then you can download it.
Okay. Do you have an iPhone with you?
I do.
So why don't you show me real quickly the app? I'll see if I can grab a screenshot of it here. You're gonna dial it up on your iPhone there. You got the new iPhone 4 there.
Absolutely. So let's see. Sorry. These are the parties that are happening in Austin right now.
Okay.
And here is the, whoops, that's not the right one. Here is the after party.
Okay.
That's happening at J Black's, and you can click over.
Where is that?
It's on West 6th Street.
Oh, there's another party after this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh man.
And you can see who's attending.
Yeah.
These are all the people that have RSVP'd. Let me show you right there.
Go back to the attendee list.
So you can see all the folks that have been invited.
Yeah.
And you can also see all the folks that have said that they'll be there.
Go through that slowly. Let's go roll through the whole list slowly.
So here's all the folks that said they'll be there.
Okay.
And here's all the folks that have been invited.
Oh, they were invited.
Yeah.
Do they know they've been invited?
They do, because they've gotten a text message.
Okay, good. And explain the significance of the text message in your scheme of endeavor.
So there's so many different ways to invite people to parties. There's Facebook, there's email, there's Evite, there's Twitter, there's Foursquare, and the list goes on. And that's really the problem. There's so many different ways of inviting people that a last-minute invitation gets lost in the noise. But text messages cut through that noise. When you get a text message and you hear that little text message noise, you're going to check it. You're going to check it right then and there. Because when you get a text message from a friend, it's personal and it's immediate. And that's a key differentiator from a lot of the other folks that are in our space. They send invitations through push notifications and email, and people don't listen to those so much.
What about the future? Where are you guys headed?
World domination.
What other features are you going to add?
The main features that we're adding is the ability to upload photos to a party and the ability to upload video to a party.
Okay, those are cool features. How do you compete with such feature-rich apps like Facebook, like Gowalla, like Foursquare? They're all loaded with features. How are you guys going to compete with that?
Right. Well, they're loaded with features, but they're loaded with different types of features. Foursquare is all about what am I doing right now. And that's really interesting information. It's very exciting to see what your friends are up to, but it's not very actionable. A lot of people will check in when they get to work. A lot of people will check in when they get home. And you're never going to go knock on their door to see if they want to hang out, because they're checking in just to let you know what they're up to. They're not saying, I want you to come hang out with me. Whereas our app is giving you explicit information. Whenever you create a hurricane, you're telling all your friends, I want you to come, and I want you to come hang out with me, and I want you to come hang out with me now.
All right, you've got 30 seconds to give me your elevator pitch. 30 seconds, go.
Hurricane Party is a mobile application that helps friends find and create spontaneous get-togethers. So if you're hanging out with your buddies, and it's awesome, what would be even more awesome is if all your friends are there, what do? You fire up Hurricane Party, and it looks for all your mutual friends, sends them a text message, and pa-ching! They all get the invite, and they all show up. You have an amazing night. Remember it forever, the most amazing night of your whole life, and that can be every night of your life if you use Hurricane Party.
5 more seconds.
And we'll give you a solid gold bar if